In your journey to the Stargate in Gregtech New Horizons, many things need to be automated, many things need to be made, and one of the best materials to automate in the early game is polyethylene, also known as plastic. In the low voltage age, it can be used to make machine holes easier, make really good pipes, and is actually used in a wide variety of recipes. In this video, a simple guide to automate the gooey good stuff. It can be done in low voltage age, so everything in this video will use low voltage age machines and recipes. If I see a comment recommending a method to make polyethylene using machines or recipes not accessible in low voltage, I will smelt you into a sensor and stick your parts into jars. There are better methods to make polyethylene later on in later ages, but those methods aren't the focus of this video. This is low voltage only. Additionally, this is my method of plastic automation. There is most likely a better way to set up pipes and such, but this method I found works the best for myself, and I actually see this method done elsewhere, so it's obviously good, right? I am Bedrock Burger, your local tapped 2 untapped creatures to copy this intro kind of guy. If you find this video helpful, give me some sugar, baby. Now, let's begin. To get to our goal of polyethylene, there's a few things we need to do before that. Prerequisites, if you will. In low voltage, oil is the best way to get plastic, at least from what I've seen, so you need to set up some way to get oil. Drilling, bees, crops, the world is your burger. Get a good amount of oil. The second prerequisite is to get oxygen and hydrogen automated. It's really easy to do, just throw water into a low voltage electrolyzer and separate it into the two gases. Easy. The third prerequisite is steam. You're on low voltage, so you probably still have steam laying around unless you're crazy. This method to make polyethylene requires 5 machines total, 2 distilleries and 3 chemical reactors. Not too much power is needed either, which is nice. My own setup uses 4 power generators, but even that's a bit too much. Each machine has a different operation within it, so let's break it down per machine into 5 easy to follow sections. The first step to plastic is distilling oil into sulfuric gas. In your distillery, have a method to pump oil directly into it. Pumps, pipes, or just putting cells into the fluid input. Setting the distillery to circuit 4 allows the oil to be distilled into sulfuric gas. Use fluid auto output on the machine and wrench the side to push the sulfuric gas into the next machine, which is the first chemical reactor. Step 2 of polyethylene creation is our first chemical reactor. This step is to combine sulfuric gas with hydrogen cells to make refinery gas. On circuit 4 again, sulfuric gas combines with hydrogen cells to make 2 things, hydrogen sulfide and refinery gas. We have to do a small detour away from the next step to deal with the hydrogen sulfide. Behind the chemical reactor, I have a conveyor and some fluid tanks to deal with the sulfide. The cells go out, and using locked drawers, I split them up. The hydrogen sulfide cell gets emptied into a tank, then moved using conveyors into a hydrogen tank to fill the cell up and send it back into the chemical reactor. Hydrogen sulfide is very useful, so definitely make sure to store it away for later uses. With this recycler set up, use fluid auto output to send the refinery gas into the next chemical reactor for step 3. The third step of this 5-step exercise program is to crack the refinery gas using steam. On circuit 3, we can mix a steam cell and refinery gas to create severely steamed cracked refinery gas. To recycle the steam cell, use a fluid tank behind the chemical reactor and 2 conveyors, one on the chemical reactor and the other on the fluid tank. Make sure both are set to either export or import, but make sure both are set to the same one, and also set each one to accept input. This easily moves the cell back and forth between the 2 machines. To finish this setup, auto-export the fluid to the side, to the next step. Step the 4th is in our second distillery. It's actually pretty simple. On circuit 3, distill the severely steam cracked refinery gas into ethylene. This also makes ashes as a byproduct, so use a conveyor to put it into either a trash can or a drawer. Auto-export the ethylene into the next machine, and to the final step of this process. Step 5, the final step. Oxygen cells and ethylene in, molten polyethylene out. Using the same double conveyor method in step 3, you can reuse the oxygen cell over and over. On circuit 1, mix these cells with ethylene to make molten polyethylene, then auto-export to whichever method of storage you wish to use, whether it be a railcraft tank, a super tank, or one of the smaller tanks available in this mod pack. Voila, you now have all the molten polyethylene that your tiny and frozen heart desires. Use fluid solidifiers to make pipes, use cells to make machine holes cheaper in low and medium voltage. The list is not very endless actually, but very necessary on your path to the Stargate, as this automation acts as a sort of tutorial to machine lines, which you will do a lot of later. Later on, this line can even be upgraded with distillation towers and LCRs to make more byproducts. We love technology, which is why we play Gregtech. I hope this guide has been of use to you. Thank you all for coming and watching. Bedrock Burger, out.